Excuse me. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Imran coming out to talk about some bass, right? Acoustic bass, actually. So, what I wanted to talk to you folks with about this vid, I wanted to talk to you folks about double thumping on the acoustic bass, because I realized that, well, I've been posting some stuff lately with my acoustic bass, but I realized I haven't spoke about the acoustic bass. Now, that doesn't necessarily warrant a video like this. Oh, you haven't spoke about acoustic bass, so why don't you talk about it now, you motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? But not like that, not in a centric sense like that. I just wanted to talk to you folks about double thumping on the acoustic bass, because when I first tried to do it, I got very frustrated and stymied because the thoughts I derived on an electric didn't translate over to acoustic, and I couldn't figure out why. And so I couldn't double thump with acoustic bass, and that got me mad. And so ever since then, I've been kind of thinking of ways to double thump on acoustic bass, and I think I figured it out. And so I'd like to share that with you, because maybe you're trying to, approach acoustic bass a little differently. And so I want to talk to you folks about that. And I also have a book recommendations. I don't know if this is out of the ordinary or something for YouTube. Oh shit. Stone Butch Blues. You alright, Jax? You alright, Holmes? Chihuahua was dying under there. Sorry. Stone Butch Blues by Leslie Feinberg. Very dear, good friend of mine bought that as a gift for me, and it's a very excellent book. Jax, you alright? Damn animals. Anyway, yeah, and it's a very good book. Everyone is Jess. Everyone can relate to the main character in some way. And so I don't know if you're a literary buff or you like reading books, but if you do, check this book out. It will change your life for the better, as it's changing mine. And I've been playing bass differently ever since I've been reading this book. And so, check it out. Alright, check it out, y'all. Alright. Got this light over here. I hope it's not blinding. Alright. When it comes to double thumping on the acoustic bass, if you tried it, the first thing you realize, well, it's an acoustic bass, and so the first thing you notice is that, well, you don't have a pickup system. Now, my assumption is that if you double thump, you do usurp the benefits of your pickup system to some degree. Maybe you don't, but I do. I'm very reliant on my pickup system, on my electric. My 5-string SR505, the bass I post all of my vids on, it's furnished with a soap bar dual pickup system. So I pretty much have two big ass blocks right under the strings of my bass. And what's really cool is about the back pickup, it's slanted inward, and so it's actually a ramp. It's a ramp that brings my fingers closer to the strings so I can play more effectively and smoothly. However, you don't have that luxury on acoustic bass. And so when I tried to double thump, I realized that I couldn't, because I didn't have a pickup system. And so I had to figure out how to do it, and so I think I got it. And so pretty much what I figured out, what I'm doing, what I double thump, because thoughts that you derive from the electric do translate over to acoustic and vice versa. Some of it can be lost in translation, but some of the basic principles still do apply. For example, I've come to conclude that when it comes to playing bass, just in general, or whatever thing I'm using, I use that thing against itself to play that thing. So I use the body of the bass, I use the bass against it to play the bass more effectively. And the same principle translates and applies over to acoustic bass. Now, what do you mean? Now, pretty much what I'm saying is that I use the body of the acoustic bass to play the acoustic bass to help me double thump, because this is what I just do. I lock my shoulder in right there. That's the move. That's where I realize how I have to compensate, by locking my arm in right there, like Dylan. You know how Dylan would come around and play his acoustic like that, his acoustic guitar? You know how Dylan would play like that? are almost kind of pulling off the same move. Just kind of bring, maybe you can pull like, maybe you could double thump like that. I don't know, maybe I should try that. But I find that it's comfortable when I'm like this. My shoulder, bam, right there. That shoulder's not going fucking anywhere, dude. It's not going anywhere. And so, that gives me the necessary leverage to at least get my thumb in there. However, I discovered when it comes to double thumping, the problem wasn't the actual thumping part, it was the pluck. Because you don't have your pickup system in there, and the pickup system brings the string close to the pickup system is very close up to the strings, and that helps you play. There's a big ass gap between the strings and the actual bass body. I mean, look, I can fit my freaking pinky in there, dude. I can fit part of my thumb in there. I mean, that's a lot of freaking space, dude. That's a lot of ground to cover, theoretically, to bring your finger up to pluck. That's a lot of ground to cover, if you ask me, dude. And so, when I lock in my shoulder like that, I realize that gives me the necessary leverage, and that's the way it positions me, the distance just to go up. And not even have to worry about a pickup system being there to help me to pretty much just stop my fingers from going any further, then go up. If I just lock in my shoulder like this, thump, everything's in a smooth, fluid motion, so I can just execute. So, let's see, that's it. So I made up this little riff. I'm going to go with triple fingers because I think I can pull that off on acoustic. I've trained enough on electric, so. My bad, but you get it. See, and that's same principles apply. You just have to condition it just a little differently because you're doing it on acoustic, and you know you don't have some of those luxuries that you have on the electric and stuff. It's all organic sound, and so you just kind of have to manipulate it differently. And so, but that's it, man. Got the down up. Got trailing with the thumbs. I'm trailing with my finger. Everything's in motion. So, hit me up, feedback, critique, all that good stuff. I hope it helps you out if you're trying to figure out how to double thump on the acoustic. And so, leverage. It's all about leverage, force, and pressure, man. Lock in your shoulder, and you pretty much, I realize I have to twist my hand just a little bit more than I do when I play on the electric. Just give it a slight more twist. And so your hand is really parallel to the strings. John is better. John is better 1402, I think that's his name. He was pretty much asking me that same question. He was asking me on electric. He was like, so is it pretty much, you know, if you hold your hand parallel to the strings, is it easier to incorporate more fingers? In my opinion, it is, because if I'm like this, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, to me, it's a lot easier holding your hand parallel to the strings. Check it out. Ooh, 10 minutes exactly. Peace.